Hi, this is Rahul. I hope you're doing well. In this lecture, I am going to discuss graph convolution network. So far we have discussed graph neural networks. Now we'll see what were problems with graph neural networks. Why do we jump on graph convolution networks? Right. Suppose if you have this graph, this is a very simple graph. Now you design adjacency matrix of this graph and make sure each diagonal element of this matrix should be 1, and other ones are just if there is an edge between two vertices, then you put 1. What we see here, 1 is connected with 3, so that's why you have put over here 1. So this is a adjacency matrix, right, corresponding to this graph. Now what was problems over here? How were you passing features from one layer to another layer? So you had this matrix, you were multiplying with the feature matrix of the graph, and then again you were multiplying with the weight matrix, and through this you will getting the features of feature of particular node on next layer, right? So in this way you are finding what we features of particular node, right? Layer to layer. Now what was problem with this setting? The problem was this. So if you look at this this vertex has how many neighbors? 1, 2 and 3. Suppose if we are taking features from its neighbors and doing sum up. Suppose this guy has given sent what features, if I take 3, if I write over here 3, and this guy has given 3, this guy has given 3, then what we can do? So what you'll get? 3 plus 3 plus 2, that means 3 into 3 is 6 plus 2 8. This value is a higher one as compared to all others vertices which will have the same feature. Now what problems will get? While we updating in gradient descent formulas of W dl by dw, while updating W corresponding to this one, if this feature corresponding to this vertex involved while updating W, then we'll get higher update corresponding to this one. May get they will get less update or less value change or less change. So what with this fluctuation we do not want. To overcome these situations we use normalizations of matrix or normalizations of what value we receive from its neighbors. So how we can normalize it? Normalize means just nothing, so just we keep value or all values between 1 or some between 0 to 1 or some things normalized way, right? Suppose if to normalize this matrix, this whole matrix W, what we can do? Simply we'll have a degree matrix. The degree matrix will have diagonal elements degree of each vertex. Suppose if I talk about this row is corresponding to one vertex has how many degree? 1. So that's why I have kept over 1, and corresponding to 2 vertex their degree is 1, corresponding to 3 vertex you see here degree 3. So that's why degree I have on diagonal elements in this matrix I have kept all the degrees corresponding to each vertex, right? Now we'll move to find out the inverse, which is 1 t power 1 minus 1 by 2. So how do we get this matrix? Simply what we did, simply wherever the degree elements or degree value is there, simply we keep 1 by in denominator part and put root over here. So how 1 is coming? Because value is 1 over here. How 3, this root 3 is coming? 1 by the root 3 because value is 3. So in this way you can compute the value of d power minus 1. Now you might be thinking that if you multiply this matrix with this we get normalized one. Yeah, you are okay, but there is one problem. So A d power 1 minus 1, 1. This is normalized matrix. What you get? Definitely you will get normalized matrix. What you can do simply, uh, if you know think of your d power minus 1 by 2 is equivalent to d power minus 1 by 2 into d. Do you think these two equations are equivalent? I don't think so. So how do you make changes on this matrix such a way that you'll get same matrix or same elements on if you do the transpose even though, right? So what our aim is to make this matrix such a way that we get t power a. So we have to make this matrix to symmetric one, then we want to this matrix to symmetric one, then do multiplications. If two matrix if a matrix is symmetric one, then a power t we can write a t for what? Transpose matrix, right? So what we do simply, as I have written same things, if we take transport we don't get this kind of this matrix. So to overcome these problems, what we can do, we do multiply from both side of adjacent matrix, right? If we do multiply with from both sides, what we get, if you even though take transpose, you'll get same matrix. That we, our aim is now the future is past, right? Like this, simply we have replaced, here it was only a, we have replaced a with what? Normalized matrix. Now in this way you may add white bias, and then we get features on next layers what we have. So this is what all about graph convolution networks.